Hello, hello, hello. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go over my clearance haul with y'all. So first things first, I did go to a couple of stores. I'm going to go over first the items that I picked up at the 50% off store. And then I also was able to find a 70% off store. But this is the items that I picked up at the 50% off store. So this Febreze, this is Febreze Luxe Ocean. And I think this was like $1.80. I believe it was $1.80. And I'm going to show you guys the UPC on this so that way you can scan it to see what the price is at your store. Again, it should be about $1.80, I think, at your regular 50% off stores. And there's $1.50 coupon that matches with those. I didn't use my $1.50 on those. I actually used my $1.50 on these. Now I believe these were like $4.30, and then we used that $1.50 Febreze coupon on those. So I thought this was a really good deal on these, considering that these are normally like I think $10, sometimes more than that. So I was really excited to find those. Let's see, what else did I grab? Now this did not ring up correctly at the register. Okay, this one did not ring up correctly at the register, but my manager in the store, if it was on her table, the clearance table, she was manually overriding. Okay, she was manually overriding if it was on her clearance table. So I got some of these. I picked up a few cans of these. This is, I believe this was like $2.81. Okay, $2.81. And we had I believe it was a 50-cent coupon off of these. Okay, a 50-cent coupon off of these. So super excited to grab those because Lysol is always really high. Then at the first store I was in, I was able to find 5 of the Niveas. Okay, 5 of the Niveas, and they were like $2.13. And so if you purchase, you could purchase just one, but there was a cashback offer that had a limit of 5. So that means you could get 5 of these and it would give you $2 back for each one that you purchase. So I was lucky enough to find 5 of these in one store, and I used that cashback offer, and it showed up very quickly. By the time I made it to the next town, my $10 was already in my account. So I basically had a net cost on these of like 13 cents each. So again, super excited about those. That's in my opinion, awesome deal. The off deep woods, I purchased 2 of these. I cannot remember what the limit was on these cashback, but there was a cashback offer for these as well. They were like $2.63, and we had the cashback offer of $1. So I just picked up a couple of these because I use off a lot, especially when I'm outside, like working in the yard or maybe at the ball games right now, because the bugs and mosquitoes are still bad in our area. And here is the UPC for the Nivea, you guys. All right, so this was my haul from the regular 50% off store. Okay, regular 50% off store. This was my haul. Now, I went to a 70% off. I was lucky enough, you guys, to have a 70% off store close enough to me that I was able to go. And so I was able to pick up all of these items. And I'm going to go through and show you guys the items. I'm not necessarily going to give you all the prices, one, because I don't remember all the prices, and for me to look all of these up and give you guys exactly everything would take forever to get this video out. And I just kind of want to show you guys what I am finding, so that way if you want to go out and look around today or tomorrow or Monday, because this clearance event goes through Monday, you guys will have a few more visuals on things to look out for. And as I'm showing you guys the products that I found at the 70% off store, I also want to let you guys know that probably most of the items that I found, they were in their regular spot. Okay. So when you are shopping the clearance event, but especially a 70% off store, look everywhere. Okay, look everywhere. Now, like the canned goods, they were on a table up there, and then I got several packages of the like the muffin mix. I think they were like, I don't know, 27 cents in the 70% off store. But you guys, most, other than like the food products and maybe a few other things, most of the items were in their regular sections. Okay, in their regular sections. Like, for example, these right here, these Clorox disinfecting cloths, in their regular section. All right, so again, when you're shopping at a 70% off store, or shopping any clearance for that matter, look all over the store. Okay, look all over the store, because a lot of things are still going to be in their regular sections. These purple dot hand mittens, sorry, not hand mittens, oven mittens, they were still in the regular spot, still in the regular seasonal spot on the floor. So now these were in the clearance section. These Swiffer, well, a couple of them were in the clearance section, and a couple of them were in the regular section. But I said all that to say that when you're shopping the clearance, you kind of have to be a little strategic. It's not, most of the time when I'm shopping Dollar General clearance events, it's not always just right there sitting at the door waiting on me when I walk in. Some stores are pretty good about pulling off some stuff, and then a lot of stores, they're just not as good with getting everything sorted and organized in their clearance sections. And I have found that a lot of times with your 70% off stores, that is how it is most of the time. They still have a lot of products that have just never gotten pulled to the clearance section. And that's why their store ends up going to 70% off, because they still have a lot of discontinued items in their systems, because it's still sitting on the regular shelves. Okay, so you can find a lot of good items at the clearance events if you just look around and know what you're looking for. Okay, and know what you're looking for. That's the other thing with shopping clearance events. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to Carrie with Super Sunday Sweep. Okay, I want to give a huge shout out to her. She actually posted the stores that were going to 70% off. I believe she actually posted it first on her Facebook, and then she also did a YouTube video on it as well, I believe, on yesterday. So huge shout out to her, because that's how I found out where my 70% off store was going to be at, was looking at her post. But once I saw her post, this was probably about at 4 o'clock in the morning, you guys. So I'm up super early, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I am up looking at that post, and then I go look at that store. So I look around in the categories, in the different sections, to see what all is marked down. So that takes a little bit of time, but it is so worth the research to go and look to see what all that they have that is marked down, especially again when you're shopping a 70% off store, because a lot of times their inventory is still in the regular shelves. Like, a lot of this was not pulled. But anyway, I'm up 4 o'clock looking around, see what all they have. And I decided that this store was about an hour away from me. Okay, this store was about an hour away from me. And I was like, oh, do I want to drive? Because you kind of have to think about your gas when you're out doing all this. Because in my area, gas is not cheap. We're anywhere from like $2.71 to $3.29 per gallon, depending on where you're getting your gas from. So you kind of have to keep that into consideration as well, and also your time, because you could go to a store and not find a whole lot. That can happen as well. So you have to be cautious of your the gas that you're spending, and also that your time, plus the money that you're going to spend on the products. But I decided that it was worth us taking the trip over. So me and my mom went over. You guys, it was definitely well worth it. Like I said, we got all of the things that you see here, and a lot of this, like these razors, in their regular spots. Okay, in their regular spots. Now these razors right here, these big Soleil Escape, I believe they had a cashback offer attaching to them as well. Okay, I believe they had a cashback offer attaching for $2 for each one that you purchase. So I did get, I think I got 3 because that was a max. I believe the max you could get on that deal was 3. So I did pick those up, and I did get the $6 back. I actually still have that $6 in my DG wallet. I have not spent it yet, but got those. And these are just a couple of the purple dot boxes. I thought they were kind of cute, especially for like the little unicorn here for little girls. I thought that was cute right there. And these then I also found 2 of the weekly little menu things here. Now I know at a regular 50% off store, these are going to be $2. I know I paid less than that because I got this at the 70% off store, but I got a couple of those, and then there's also another style behind it here. Okay, another style behind it. So super excited about that. Now, my favorite find of the day was these totes. Again, I got these totes at a 70% off store. Okay, a 70% off store. I think mine was like $4.05, I believe, for a tote that's regularly $15. I think, you guys. I think these totes are regular priced $15, and I got them for $4.05. So super excited. I got this mint green color, and then we also got some of the let me turn around here. Some of the gray ones. Okay, they're the 20-gallon Sterlite totes. This is, when I saw that they had these, when I was looking around in the app that morning at about 4 or 5 o'clock, I saw they had these. When I saw that they had these marked down, and I was like, ooh, I would love to go see if they actually have them in their store. Because sometimes things can say that it's in stock at a Dollar General and it's not actually there, or it may be in the back in their stock room and not out on the floor, or it could just be wrong altogether. So it's kind of a chance you take. Okay, it's kind of a chance you take when you go out. But I really wanted to see if that store had these, and they did, and I was super excited to grab these. These were my favorite finds of the day, you guys. These were my favorite finds of the day. So this was my haul, you guys. This was my haul. This was everything that I got clearance shopping on Friday. This was on Friday. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to go out today, but the clearance event is still going on from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It ends after Labor Day. So it will go through Labor Day and it will end after Labor Day. And I think there's some good deals out there, you guys. You just kind of have to hunt for them. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this one. This was my only penny item that I found. I found these little socks. My only penny item of the day at one of the stores that we went to. But this one was a penny item. But again, this was my haul, you guys. So super excited for the deals that I was able to get.